It is official. Doc Rivers is going to be the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks now. After Adrian Griffin just got fired yesterday, the Bucks already chose their head coach in Doc Rivers today, and he is going to become the head coach for the season. They're going to sign to a pretty big contract probably, and yeah. Now, I'm going to explain why Doc might not be the best coach available and why he still might be a decent coach who could still lead him to the championship. Yeah, let's start it. So the Milwaukee Bucks are 30-13, but they fired Adrian Griffin probably because of some scuffles he had with like Terry Stotts before that led Terry Stotts to not continue becoming an assistant coach, and as well as just the players and the organization started not trusting him as much, their schemes and stuff like that. So Adrian Griffin ultimately got fired. Doc Rivers has been replaced because he was a consultant for the Bucks, helped them a little to guide Adrian Griffin. So he knows some of the stuff about the Bucks. Of course he watches them as well, and he still has that one championship on his resume that helps him get some jobs. Now, Doc isn't a bad coach. Like, he is a really good regular season coach, and he's a coach that helps the players, and the players trust him. Well, most of the times, and he could like help bring a culture, with him coaching a ton of superstars before: Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, like Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Kawhi PG, Joel Embiid, James Harden, just to name a few. And now he's coaching Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, who are trying to get a championship right now. Dame really wants his first one, and now Doc Rivers is going to be their coach. Now the bad thing is that Doc Rivers has choked in the playoffs many times. The only time he hasn't choked was the championship. He did well in Boston for a few seasons, but then after that in the Clippers, he just started to not do as well. On the Magic, he blew a 3-1 lead, but it was versus the 1 seed. And then in the 76ers, he blew a few leads as well. But to be honest, he was coaching some of the players, like especially in the 76ers. They kind of also choke in the playoff, like Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, James Harden. And the Clippers, I don't know how they choke, to be honest. And for many times, the Clippers choke as well. Chris Paul was also not really a playoff performer before. So maybe with Giannis and Dame, who both sometimes are playoff performers and sometimes are not, maybe Doc will help them, lead them to a championship. He still could probably, but it's not really a good chance because he choked so many chances to win. Because Sixers, if they won the Celtics, they could have actually had a big chance to win the championship. That was probably their best chance. This year they're doing really good too under Nick Nurse. But last year was a really good chance. The Clippers in 2020, of course, was a really good chance too. Win the championship. Then the Blob City Clippers as well was a really good chance. So Doc needs to get a championship to save his legacy. But if he doesn't, it'll be another mistake for the Bucks or any team to hire him, and Doc might get fired soon next year. But Dame and Giannis is a really good duo. It's even better than the Joel Embiid and Harden duo that he coached. Possibly even better than Kawhi and PG. It's probably the best duo he coached since like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. So he's gotta at least get to the conference finals. Cause if he does not get to the conference finals, loses to like the Sixers or something like that, that would be really bad for him. So the Bucks also fired Adrian Griffin because their defense was terrible. Doc Rivers might be able to help that. He, at least he has experience to lead teams. So yeah, but the Milwaukee Bucks are not done making moves. With this, they are probably going to add another player in trade, like a defensive minded guard probably in trade to help them in defense, especially with their perimeter, because Malik Beasley and Damian Lillard as their starting backcourt is not good, and they don't really have a good like guard defender in general on their whole team. So yeah, that's basically it. Doc Rivers is the coach of the Bucks. Wow. Thank you guys for watching. We're out.